Hey folks, I'm back and we are in the divisional rounds of the playoffs. I had an awful wild card weekend. I only picked one game right, but luckily that was the Charger game, and a lot of people didn't have the Chargers. I felt the Chargers were going to win, but the other games, I felt like they could have gone either way, so really it was a flip of the coin. So hopefully this week I get a lot more. Hopefully I go undefeated. Well, my Packers are out, and I still got to make picks for this week, so hopefully I go 4-0. So let's get to the divisional round games. All right, first game up, we have the Saints at Seattle. Now, the Seattle Seahawks had the bye, and the Saints are coming off a big, huge road win in the playoffs. Their first ever, and I rolled with the Eagles last game, and now I don't know. This is a very, very tough game to pick from. I obviously know what happened Monday night against these teams. I forget which week, but I don't know. It might be a different game. The weather is going to be a factor in this game. There's a possibly a good chance of rain, and I think this game might come down to who's going to run the ball better, because I think their defenses are actually pretty good, and the Saints especially, they're playing well. But if I had to pick, I'm going to probably roll with the Seahawks. Just the Seahawks at home are just so freaking loud, and they're so annoying, and that can really disrupt a lot of teams' confidence going into that stadium. So I'm going to safely pick the Seahawks here to win just barely. And the later game on Saturday will be the Colts at the Patriots. Now, the Patriots have been depleted, and it keeps going up. They just lost Brandon Spikes at linebacker, and now we're really looking at a team that Tom Brady has to play, very smart football, because a lot of the guys that he's playing with haven't been that reliable. They've been winning games too, but most of them have been at the last second, and now I don't know how to feel with the Colts coming in after winning the way that they did against the Chiefs. They have a huge bunch. There's tons of confidence coming into Foxborough. So, I kind of think this is a game that the Patriots can be upset. And I'm going to actually roll with the Colts here, as Luck, by granted his last name, will get lucky once again and advance to the AFC playoffs. And Luck will advance to the AFC Championship. Our next games are on Sunday, and the first one up is 49ers at the Panthers. Now, watching a lot of videos, and I love watching First Take with Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith and NFL Network and all those anything that I can get any information and see what these analysts have to say about what these games are gonna be like. And no one has picked the Panthers. Goodness gracious, they do. Without a doubt, they do have a better defense than the 49ers. That is a fact for me. I don't care what the ranking is. That front seven is just solid. It's scary. And Pro Bowls don't determine that. If you look at the stats and those guys flying around, they're just beastly. So are the 49ers, though. And the 49ers have been battle tested. And they come in a big win at Lambeau. Obviously, it was freezing. And now they're going to a place where it could be possibly sunnier and warmer, which is definitely their climate. But I think this game comes down to who can score points on offense, as these defense are two big juggernauts. And you know what? I'm not going to ride the 49er bandwagon. I know it's not because they beat the Packers. I just think they're going into a very hostile environment where they're playing a team that has not been in the playoffs for a while. That the last time I can remember they were in the playoffs is when they went to the Super Bowl to play the Patriots. So I'm going to roll with Cam Newton and the Panthers, and I think they win by 10 points in this game. I expect it to be a very low-scoring game, but I think the momentum at home for the Panthers is a huge plus, and I think they can pull this out against a very experienced 49er team. All right, and our last game, Chargers at the Broncos. Now, Chargers are a weird team. They really are. Barely made it. Probably shouldn't have been in the playoffs. And now here they are facing the guy that they have their number, Peyton Manning. Now, Peyton Manning doesn't play well in the cold, and he has a 9-11 record in the postseason, and he has, I think, 15 touchdowns and 18 interceptions overall against the Chargers in playoff time. I'm not sure what it is, either regular season, playoff time. Some stat that I read. I'm trying to go off the top of my head. But anyways, the Chargers are just dangerous right here. I mean, they're going into a place where they not only have beaten the Broncos, but they know how to stop Peyton. And the Chargers lead the league in time of possession, so they control the game, and they complete their third downs better than any team in the freaking league. So, I gotta roll with the Chargers here. I mean, I think just Peyton Manning with his record, he's a great regular season quarterback, don't get me wrong, but he just does not fit as the greatest quarterback to play the game, as his playoff record shows that he chokes more often in the first round of whatever game, whether it's the wild card or divisional, than any other quarterback in the league that I know of. So that's a huge, huge, huge hill for Peyton to even climb at this point. And, you know, I just don't feel good about this. The defense doesn't seem that good. Neither do the Chargers defense, but they have momentum, and they have one guy on that defense that really, really spun everything around, and that's Melvin Ingram. And I expect him to get huge amounts of pressure on Peyton Manning, which is any good case to get him to get turnovers. If you put pressure on that guy, he will throw interceptions, maybe throw the ball on the ground. Definitely won't feel comfortable in that pocket. So I'm going to take the Chargers here for the upset, and I think that they walk away big time in this game, and a close nail-biter game. I think the Chargers just get it done, and Phillip Rivers can finally get another shot at the AFC Championship game. And that, folks, are my picks for the divisional round of the playoffs. Now, I hope you guys agreed with me. Please comment on my videos, as I love to read what you guys say, and hopefully my picks are right. I was really sweating bullets and going, wow, I really picked a lot of teams that just didn't win, and I'm going to go 0-4. Hopefully this is not the case this week. Anyways, drop me a line. Hopefully, guys, your teams win. There's only 8 teams left. Next week, there's only going to be 4. And then the week after that, we'll figure out who's going to be the Super Bowl contenders. So, anyways, drop me a line. Check out my videos and come back for more. I'm Noel Granada, and I am saying adios.